What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back at this thing called trading, getting this recap done. This is gonna be a quick one, y'all, and what a chop fest it was today. It's my granddaughter's birthday this weekend, so I got family coming in town that are on the road. Mom, couple of aunts, couple of cousins, an uncle. So I need to get this thing done so that I can get this bachelor pad straightened up. Make it look like somebody actually lives up in here. So let's go ahead. Let's get over to TRADERVUE real quick. Recap is going to be a red day recap. Reviewing for Friday, October 14th. We took 7 trades today. Closed P&L 3302. Could never get on the right side of the trade today in the main account. Let me clarify that. In the main account, I took 3 pre-market trades in my cash account. All 3 of those were green. Small green trades. Traded in the Webull account. 1 SPY put. That thing paid off nicely as well. But this main account, we could not get on the right side of it. Gonna just review these here in TRADERVUE today. And I'm gonna start at, we'll start Netflix, FRO, ACI, MS, and then I'll do all of the NT and X's at the same time. So let's go ahead and take a peek at Netflix real quick. Let's come down. Take a look at this first. Max unrealized gains, just $12. Max that it went against us, $22.40. We made $2.40 on this thing. Let's look at the chart. And actually, you know what? It's going to be better. It will be better to look at these inside of THINKORSWIM. So it's an easy fix. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up. And then I can give the, excuse me, man. I done started doing a little cleaning, and them darn cleaning chemicals got a brother sneezing. Let's take a peek at them on the charts. That makes it a little easier. So let's go ahead, change that to that. Let's do that. All of the stuff that I should have did before I hit record. So Netflix, we got into this one at 9:55. This was a long. We paid $234.86. 9:55. Let's find that candle. We paid. I guess it would help if I got on the right. Gosh darn it, stock, wouldn't it? I'm like, them numbers don't look right. 9:55. Oh, we trying to buy a break of previous high of day. Ouch. 234.86. Let's keep going right there. Booyah. I'm gonna go ahead and put where we got out of this thing at 9:57. Basically the next candle. 234.92. Is that right? It is right. 234.92. Bam, right there. Yep, that is correct. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is. Why am I trying to go long on this? Let's look at the 1 minute. There's what I was trying to go long on. This candle here pushing up over all of this junk. Getting in right there. Stop is down here on the bottom side. When this thing was kind of stalling at VWAP, I just got out break even. Let's see something. What's the low of that candle? So let's do some math. 62 cents. So I probably had a 65-cent stop. The low is 233.80. 233.82. That doesn't touch it. 233.78. That one might have peekabooed us out. 65-cent stop means we need this to go $1.30. We were in at 234.86. So we needed about 236 out of the trade. Would have come up a little bit short. Possibly would have got us about 1R had we stayed in this thing. But it wasn't a good trade. Wasn't a good trade. Looking at this as maybe going to push over, but as always, I say that I need that retest before I try to go back long. So that was Netflix. Let's check out Fro. F-R-O. F-R-O. Front line. Front line was looking good initially. I wanted a pullback right here. Didn't get a nice pullback. We'll keep that on the 1 minute for right now. Let's look at some details. This thing never went in our favor. We got in at 1026. 1026. Got in on that candle right there. This was a short. 1158 was our entry. Is that right? Wrong candle. There we go. 1027. 1158. I'm gonna switch this over to the 2 minute. I know I wouldn't took that off of the 1 minute. And let's do that. Trying to get a better picture. There we go. That's a little better picture. And this thing stopped out 4 minutes later. 1031. And we got out at $11.73. So gave this room all the way back. That's actually where it is. Let's remove that one. Gave this room all the way back up to the top of the channel. Took this one, and I mentioned it to Evan. Breaking this area. Trying to play it back down. I'm going to put the stop at the top of the channel. This thing came all the way back up to the top. And look what it did. It just channel traded. Just chop, 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 chop. No reason to be taking them kind of trades. There's no clear direction that it's going in. It's just ugly. Let's look at this next one. ACI. ACI, max unrealized, $14. Max going against us, $3.50. We got out of this one basically flat for $1. Got in this one at 1038. 1038, that candle right there. Ah, that looks good too. Damn, I'm right on the number. Let's put what we got out at 1049. We stayed in this one a little while. 1049, and we got out 2674. Right there. Ah, man. Chop fest, chop fest, chop fest. I'm not sure how tight of a stop I had on this. I did record. Actually, I know it had to be a very wide stop. Getting in right here. Stop has to be way up there. If anything, could have got in right here. Then we would have made money. We getting in halfway that this move is done. A horrible entry. Then we getting in where we getting out where we should be getting in another trade. Get in right there. Stop on the top side. Boom. That move is making money. Bad trade because this gave good opportunities. This gave a good opportunity here. It gave a good opportunity there. Right here is a decent one. Right there on that pullback coming back. Once it came and broke that, then I wouldn't have been trying to go low no more. But Albertsons gave a couple of good entries. We just got in on the wrong side. It sounds like I hear somebody, but they would have been having the blaze to get here that quick. Let's look at MS. MS, Morgan Stanley. Maxed unrealized gains, 36.91. Never went against us at all. We got in this one at 11 o'clock. Let's find that 11 o'clock candle right there. This was a long. Got in at 76.44. I'm on the right one. I am. 76.44. Boom. We'll call it right there. What's that candle? 76.50. Why are we trying to fight that little candle? But getting in right there. We got out of this one 2 minutes later. 11:02. 76.65. Right there. Had I stayed in this one all the way up to right there, which is my target, was basically right below VWAP. I would have hit target on this one. This was one that I knew it was coming up on the VWAP, and I was locking in 1R. Trying to lock 1R in. Let's start trying to make some of that money that we done lost back. But this one would have hit target, and then look what it did. It just rolled over. So, traded this for what it was. A little scalp, knowing that it was going to pop up to the VWAP. Didn't stay in it all the way up to the VWAP, but made a little over 1R. So, definitely not mad at that trade. And now, let's get these doggone NTNXs out the way. This was truly chop fest. NTNX. Truly chop fest right here. Maxed unrealized $4. Went against us $24. Got in this first one. 947. Getting in off this candle. This is a long. Got in at 2604. 2604. Stop, most likely right there. Strong move. Shallow pullback. Far away from the VWAP and the moving average. This is reasons not to take the trades. Find reasons not to take the trade. I just found two right there. Shallow pullback, far away from the moving average. Got out of this one 2 minutes later. 949. Got out at 25.80. This is going to tell us exactly where the stop was at. Stop was off of that candle right there. Notice how this just peekabooed a little bit lower, then tried to go back higher. Still failed. First trade. That was first trade of the morning. We are down 1R. We go right back to it. 1026. Max unrealized gains, 0. Max against us, 28.50. We get in this one at 1006. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. 1006. We get in at 25.56. We get in right there. We get in this one to go short. Get in this one to go short. Let me see. Yeah, so we're getting in against this huge bottom and tail. But playing it to break down. Stop out of this bad boy 13 minutes later. 1019. This candle right here. We get out at 26.13. Look how much room we gave this. just like the previous one where we gave it room almost back up to the top of the channel. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. This was a sit on hands day. You hear me say sit on hands sometimes? This was a sit on hands type of day. Because even the previous high of day scanner was giving no ideas. None. Yes, definitely a sit on hands. Let's look at this last NTNX. Max unrealized gains, 15. This one against us, 1096. We got out of it basically flat. Let's see what we did here. This was a long. Already putting it out there that it was a long. And this was basically what they call like a reverse. 2612 is where we got in at. Basically, as this one was stopping out, I was clicking to hit an order in the system to go long. 50 shares. Got out of this one 10 minutes later. This candle here, 2618. Right there. This thing came up right to an area that we got marked on the chart. Clearly there. You got resistance here. You got resistance here. Came up to this area. It failed. We got out. It came back over. It tried to push up just a little bit more. And then it just chopped around. Chopped around. That is what this day was. Just a chop around kind of day. Good thing is that we kept the red to a minimum. Man, hope y'all enjoyed the recap. Not how I wanted to finish a Friday out. We had, hold on, let's come over here real quick. Oh, wrong button. That's the right button right there. Let's pull up the calendar real quick, and then we're going to exit this one out right from this screen. October. It's been a decent month. Had 9 green days, and then we got this red one, but the green days have been small. It's the only green day over $100 this month. So we just chugging along. They say usually October is a pretty strong month, but with this inflation that we in right now, it's just got a stranglehold on the market. That CPI data report yesterday, that did not help the market one bit. So we just trying to keep chugging along. That's the thing. And I don't, me personally, I really don't know much about the market because I'm fairly new in it. But everybody that I listen to that has time in this market, 10, 20 years, they saying that we're probably going to be in this type of market until the end of 2023. So not just the end of this year, but the end of 2023. So name of the game is to be able to hang in there. One thing that I am thinking about doing is focusing more on my option strategy. That option strategy trading SPY, calls, and puts, I actually make more money percent-wise. Maybe not in the physical, but percent-wise, I make more money. I would make more money with that strategy than I'm doing trading stocks in my main account. The trade that I took today, do I have my phone? Don't have, oh, here it is. Let me see if I can pull it up. The trade I took today on the SPY, this thing was up 60%. 60%. I paid $86 for the contract, which was a call. I keep saying put. This was a call. Paid $86 for it. I got out of it making $50, which was 60%. That is how options can pay you. I might spend $3,000-$4,000 to buy stock to make that same amount of money. So if you go back to some of my earlier videos when I was doing the small account challenge and I was trading, I call them the Fab or the Magnificent Seven, I guess it was. AMD, Tesla, Microsoft, Nvidia, the SPY, the Qs. Strictly trading those, trading options, and was making good money, but it was a small account, so I was limited to the number of trades that I could take per day because the account was small. I could use the entire account balance, so it wasn't due to me having to split it, because with options you can blow that entire account, or not blow, bad word, you can use those funds, the entire funds for that account, and then the next day you can reuse those funds again to trade with. So if you have $1,000, you go to town. In my Webull account, it's like $400 in that account. I usually will buy option contracts that have a delta of about 25. That puts the price between 80 to maybe 150, depending on expiration date. I usually try to buy a contract that is not going to expire that same day. That particular one that I just ran numbers for, that one was expiring today. But the move that I took it on, I saw that it had room. So I'm like, okay, this should be able to pop. And it did. And I made 60% off of that trade. So I think I'm going to start kind of focusing back on those in this market that we in right now. Unless I just see a very solid trade. And the one thing with trading that option strategy, I do need to wait on the market to be established for about an hour. So I'll still be looking for those ideas at market open to trade stocks. But after about an hour is when I'll probably start back focusing more on the option side of it, and probably taking some of those trades in my cash account in Thinkorswim. And you'll be able to see those trades. You will be able to see those trades because I'll just switch over from my margin account to my cash account and go to town on it. So be on the lookout for that. As always, I appreciate y'all checking me out. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Let's go ahead and continue the conversation in the comments. How did y'all do this week? It was money to be made. So I know some of y'all probably killed it. Today, I was just on the wrong side of most of my trades, but we'll be back ready for it on Monday. And let me get this house cleaned up. Peace.